Dave, welcome to the podcast. I'm trying something
Yeah.
different tonight. I need a vacation, so I'm having a vacation beer. Grayton
Is that what that
beer
is?
from the 30A and I'm going to drink it in a glass that Katie stole the last time we were on vacation. So, hoping that this
What
brings
makes
good
that
luck.
a vacation beer?
Because I bought it when we were in Florida, and it's brewed in Florida.
Oh. So you'd
Grayton,
posted, I think that's been a week or so ago. You posted like a comment section on your White Oak thing that something about
oh,
known for being were any ramifications of that? Anybody watch
no,
anything? And
No, I don't know if Junior was there, but Rennie was at church a couple months ago, and like I literally said from stage, I host a fantasy podcast that only the people in my league listen to, and it's only about my league. Like, who does that?
yeah.
I can't remember what
Yeah.
the context was, but so I had
Okay.
said it, so like it was more a thing where like they put it out to see who's listening, probably.
Okay.
Who's listening to these sermons?
At this point, nobody's wrote in angry letters that the minister's
No, they're
drinking
not
beer on a
going
podcast.
combing through YouTube trying to find my my private Hillbilly Harrison account.
Yeah.
So,
So,
but
well, hey,
yeah,
another week,
another
7
week.
down.
We hit record on the podcast. The red lights on.
That's that's a good deal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, you got some awards to give out?
I got one,
Okay.
and you know, it's like one of those things where you don't overthink it, like I did last. Like I've done other weeks. I try not to do that too often, but man, Brennan, you score 155. You know, I can't say it's out of nowhere because he's got 2 wins in a row. He had a rough start to his season, but man, that shot him up the standings. He's got, some players that are doing really good. Um, but man, he's got the bar set for anybody, to get the high point prize for overall highest points of the season. It's going to be tough to match that. So yeah, Hillbilly or Miller Time Team of the Week is the Sundance Kid. What do you think of that?
I think well
Well
deserved.
deserved.
Well
Yeah.
deserved. Yeah. Congratulations. I mean, I was posting throughout the weekend, like Thursday and then Sunday, like Rocky memes, like throw in the towel, like I mean, because this thing was just getting ugly. So
Yeah. Is it? I don't know the one. Not. I guess not quite doubled his score, but it came pretty close,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, and that gave Rennie 2 losses in a row. We'll get into kind of like some of that stuff in a second,
Yeah.
but man, Brennan came out swinging. Um, for a week that was like week 7, which we got injuries, you got buys, you got a bunch of different things. Man,
Yeah.
there was some points that were scored this week.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
that makes giving out the Hillbilly Harrison Hillbilly of the Week a lot
Yeah.
easier. But we don't like, I mean, we make the rules, so we get to kind of do what we want.
We can. We do whatever we want.
Yeah, this is a tie. This is a joint award that goes to, and the
Really?
reason for that is one, both of these scores are pathetic. Okay. Combined, they don't reach 100.
Ooh.
And who they are.
Yeah. Yeah. This is
I-
unprecedented. It's difficult to figure out what's going on here. Bizarro world, you name
Yeah.
it, whatever
I mean,
the
and like Adam has struggled all season. I mean, he would say it, right? Like there was just like some things going on with his, he's had, we'll talk about it in a second. We got a
Yep, we'll
segment
get to
coming
that.
up where we'll dig into it. But Travis started the season being Travis.
Yeah. Yeah. 5
And
straight
then,
weeks, well above 100, looking like
yeah.
there's no end in sight.
And then
And
2 weeks in
then
a
a little
row.
bit of setback with an 80. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
we all have 80s. He got a loss. But then to follow that up with what was it?
51.
51.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Well, and the thing, like, Adam could have had a great week and maybe still lost to you at 117. You know what I mean? He could have you know, he could have had a 115 and we'd be talking totally different about him, but and not got the win. So it's not just about losing, right? But to get the 48, but like Travis, I mean, I only scored 94, and like on any of those first 5 weeks, normal Travis gets the win.
Oh,
and so like, you know.
Yeah, but at least you got to, you know, almost mid-90s. You can get a win doing that. That's fine. You didn't get a cheap win.
Well, if, like you said, if I had running backs, this whole thing would be different. So, yeah. So, we'll take a look at some of these matchups.
Oh,
Dave,
man, I think I'm allergic
are you okay? Okay. All right.
Hey. All right.
We talked about a lot of scoring.
111
from Junior over Heim Time with 100. You know, and a lot of these came down to Monday as well.
Yeah, boy, there's a lot going on Monday with 2 games and lots on the line, and the projections didn't really hold true. I mean, we talk about this all the time, how well ESPN does. We never track it, but I look at it. I know you look at it. We think it's gospel when we see those numbers, like they're already in our banks, and sometimes we never get to them.
I haven't paid enough
most
attention.
Of these cases,
I haven't paid enough
most of these
attention.
cases.
Yeah, go ahead.
The team that won wasn't who at the beginning is a Monday night.
That's not who was slated to win. Yeah.
Not in every case.
I was just going to ask because we had a lot of close matchups going into Monday. Like I kind of do the thing with like our picks where I'll like once it's over or like it's like 99%, like I know that's like, oh, it's not coming back or whatever. Like I'll go ahead and like X or green check mark it, you know, so I'm kind of following. Well, I could only do that with a couple of them because it was like there was so many of them that were still in play. So I didn't look, but maybe you did. Were there any matchups that could have went a different way if somebody would have started somebody else? Were any of them like that close where it's like somebody just picked the wrong guy, or was that not a factor?
I don't know if I didn't dig in like that. I didn't see.
Yeah, well, sometimes you keep track of like big scores on the bench, and so like I didn't know if you had seen anybody.
Now I think in this case I was more because it was who they had going was supposed to do a little bit better.
Yeah,
I didn't really, you know, and it was because just of game flow and whatever you want to call it.
Well, it's always interesting because like we're looking here at Junior and Brian at 111 and 100, and I'm looking down Brian's score, and I'm like, well, he actually played really well. He only had a couple of duds, you know what I mean? But it's like, he scored 100 points. Like on most weeks against half our league, maybe that would be enough. But you know, Junior just got enough. I mean, his running backs really helped him, and then his quarterback.
And so, you know, all these committees, you know, these running back situations where, you know, I get mad sometimes when Montgomery gets a running back gets a touchdown instead of Gibbs. It makes Brennan happy because whenever he's starting him. But in this case, that the Seattle guy the other guy got 2 touchdowns, I think, and Walker didn't. He still ended up with 6.6, but one of those touchdowns goes his way and things will go.
Yeah.
You know, the yardage plus the touchdown, it would have been a bit, you know, big difference.
Yep.
So that's where it's it's tough. And then he had
Yeah, the defense doesn't help. You know what I mean? San Francisco put up points. I mean, Falcons defense is kind of hit or miss. They've played really well some games, and then you know they only gave up 20 points, which I'm always a little like the defensive score thing. If your defense doesn't get turnovers or sacks, it's really tough because like you don't have to give up a lot of points for it to get real low real quick.
Yeah. If you don't get anything that brings it back up, you know, you can give up 15 and not really score, you know, get like 3 or 4 points or, you know.
Yeah, like the Bears, like on the opposite side, the Bears defense. I mean, they gave up 14 points, but they had 3 interceptions, a fumble recovery. Like that's 8 points that gets added to his score, you know. So big win for Junior. He's digging himself out of that cellar. And
only by wins, but by points he's he's doing great. But yeah, the wins have to come, or else you're not relevant at all.
So I woke up on Tuesday morning mad because I wanted Ed to lose, even though I had picked him. I don't need more points with the podcast pick'em competition because I got plenty.
Yeah,
And I wanted Ed to lose because, he's ahead of me in the rankings.
Yeah, you're trying to catch him.
Yeah, and so what
The
happened
more
here?
people you catch in front of you, the less chance you have of getting knocked off
Yeah,
at the end.
so how did Lee lose this thing?
Yeah, this was one where I felt like he was projected the whole time to win, and it wasn't. It was, well, what happens was caught a concussion.
Yeah.
Because every time he kept, they were going against each other, and his Jackson Smith would get a bunch of points, and then they'd score, and then Houston would get the ball, and you're like, oh, he's going to get points now because they're going to have to feed Collins. Then he hits his head, and he doesn't go back in, and that was the difference. Because then at that point they could just run the ball out. But I thought between, he only needed a couple more.
He was projected to win the whole time.
7.
He was projected to win the whole time, but he didn't have the points yet.
Yeah, he didn't have the points yet, but it was like he's got Collins and Jackson Smith. He's gonna get them by a lot, and it had a good game, but injuries, man, it kept him almost less than 2 points. Like, that's brutal. But look at, Ed, he just keeps getting it done.
Yeah,
he's got a tough team.
Yeah, he does. And Jonathan Taylor. Jonathan Taylor is the backbone of that team, which we'll get to in a second. But like, just having him, that has been like, he's killing me because my quarterback doesn't get any points because I'm like, how about a shovel pass every once in a while to him when he's on the 1 yard line? But that's just me.
Yeah. And then the only other one that was close at the end, and it was Andy and Josh, and that was, again, I think Andy was projected to win because you don't project, because Darnold was definitely projected to get more than like 12 or 13 points. He was supposed to get 10 more points.
Yeah.
And he didn't. He normally gets in the 20s.
I said it in the chat, but like, how crazy is that he has a 35-point quarterback in Dart and he picked the wrong one?
Yeah. That's not
Bo Nix would have got him 44.
Yeah. But Seattle was winning. He had that fumble in the end zone.
Sam Darnold just didn't do enough for Andy. Sam Darnold's got to score more than 11 points against Houston.
Yeah. Yeah. They got the win. You would think that he comes out of there and, he threw a touchdown pass. You would think but he had a turnover, or at least 2 turnovers. And at least he didn't get the Cooper Kupp pick. It didn't count against him.
But man,
I
do not
turnover.
I do not like days where I score 115 and get an L. Like, that just hurts.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah. So Andy's the real deal. Yeah, we talked about it. Sundance just walked away with it over Rennie. Olave, really the only bright spot for Rennie, and he also started the wrong quarterback. Not that it would have mattered, but Stafford would have been nice.
Yeah.
If he could have started Stafford 3 times, he might have caught Brennan.
He could have started.
Let's see. We talked about it. You with the big win over Adam, and then I beat Travis again. That was exciting stuff, man. It was it was fun, and so that leads us.
These double Monday games, man.
So let's just real quick before we get into like all that, we'll go through Andy at 6-1, Ed at 5-2, Travis at 5-2, I'm at 5-2, Ratty at 4-3, and Rennie at 4-3, Brennan 3-4, Lee 3-4, you were 3-4, and then sneaking up in there, Kenny, Boatwright Jr. 2-5, but with a lot of points, sitting there,
just knocking on the door.
Yep, sitting there in the 10 spot. and then we got Brian at 1-6 and Adam at 1-6, and they're Adam has a 1% chance to make the playoffs, and Brian has a 24% chance to make the playoffs. Like, that's crazy.
If it was anybody else, I'd say that 1% was a death sentence, but who knows?
Yeah.
You could find some gems, and if he's got
here's the thing though.
Trade if anybody trades with him.
It has to start now. Wouldn't you say? I mean, it's got to start now.
Yeah. You're running.
Got to start now.
We talked last week about getting to 6 wins, and I'm kind of starting to think that this might be a 7-win season that you would need. So
because those middle teams, like right now the 8th spot is sitting at under 500. So if you project that out, it could still end up being.
If Adam and Brian lose a couple
just keep
more,
losing,
then it's going to take 7, because all the rest of us are going to be bunched up, and it's going to be 7 and points that get you in.
Yeah. So, but so you want to start? Well, you want to start at the bottom?
Sure.
So I'm going to talk about a team, and we're going to look at their first 3 picks, and we're going to see whether or not their first 3 round picks have anything to do with the situation that they find themselves in, good or bad.
Yeah.
So Adam finds himself with only 1 win. It's hard to see who's on his team because he's benched everyone again. But so Dave,
he started
you tell me,
Malik Neighbors, Chase Brown, Marvin Harrison.
All right.
Are any of those 3 still on his team, for one?
Some of them are. But Malik Neighbors is out on IR for the season. Is that right?
Yeah.
All right. Who is the second round?
Chase Brown.
Chase
Bengals
Brown is on his team. He is the 33rd ranked running back. He is averaging 6.9 points.
Yeah.
And he was the second round pick. So
definitely not worthy of a second round at this point. But things are looking up for the Bengals, and then that could change.
So he took Neighbors. So he went wide receiver, running back, wide receiver.
Yeah. And Marvin Harrison has 2 touchdowns and no 100-yard games, if I remember right. And that's not really what you want out of your 3rd pick.
Yeah,
your 3rd rounder.
So
probably should have more than 2 touchdowns.
Marvin Harrison Jr., and we're not even talking about other players that could have been drafted in these spots. You know what I mean? Like, you can think of them. You know what I mean? Like, you could go down the list and talk about them, but like, Marvin Harrison Jr. only has played every week. He's played 7 weeks in a row, and he only has 2 games.
Touchdowns.
2 games where he's got double digits.
Yeah. So I would say that
51 total fantasy points, and there's wide receivers above him who have had almost that in 1 week. For sure had that in 2 weeks combined. Yeah. So
none of these 3 have hit the ball out of the park, so that probably, I'd say he's got 1 win. It wasn't his top 3 that, or they sure haven't helped him.
Yeah, I'm trying to look and see just real quick. He doesn't play him all the time, which is interesting. Cam Skattebo is, which he picked up off waivers. I drafted late. He picked him up off waivers. He's the number 8 running back, and he's only been in his lineup a couple times.
But he's got a lot of those points. A lot of those guys get points because nobody knows they're going to do what they're going to do.
Right.
So nobody gets those points.
Yeah.
But but
he's
to
got
stay on
Kyler.
Track, we're talking about first 3 rounds.
Kyler's the number 26 quarterback.
This isn't a hate on Adam.
No. It's guys with tons of potential and big names who have not panned out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but all right, now Heim time. Brian,
Yep.
time. He drafted this team himself. Who was his first pick?
Derrick Henry, then Brian Thomas Jr. and Terry McLaurin. And I'd say Henry's having, where's he ranked?
Henry
I
is
wouldn't.
ranked number 19th. He's got
Yeah.
68 fantasy points. That is not a first round draft pick.
Yeah. Thomas Jr.'s had a couple of decent, but McLaurin's been hurt a lot. So I would say these top three.
So Brian Thomas Jr. is the number 30 wide receiver.
Yeah.
And then you said McLaurin.
Yeah.
McLaurin is 96th. So like all three of those have been, I mean, that's a disaster.
None of the three of them have, but he's had, I mean, the bad beat Brian mythos. Yeah. He's had some close weeks, some games that could have gone either way. He could have eked out some wins, and we'd be like, maybe, he wouldn't be in such a bad shape. But no, none of these three have been worthy of their top three picks.
All right. So that brings us to Junior.
Yeah.
He's got 2 wins now.
Okay.
Let me see if I can guess. Bijan, number 1 pick. Okay. He's the number 3 ranked running back. So
that's
Junior's an anomaly, and then he's got a ton of points. He doesn't have a ton of wins. So Junior's predicament is probably more about who he's played and when.
Oh yeah, big time.
But so one of the things that's helped him have a lot of points is that he's got the number 3 running back, and he got him with what pick did Junior make? When was Junior picking? Do you know what draft pick he was?
He picked 2. He
was 2. Okay.
Second. Yeah.
So not bad.
He's
that's
pretty
not
close.
A whiff. I mean, that's good.
At number 2, you picked the third best running back.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, you're doing fine. Then James Cook.
James Cook was 2.
Mm-hmm.
James Cook is the number 9 running back.
That's fair. I'd say top 10 with your second round.
Not bad.
And then he was a homer, and he went with T. Higgins. Yeah. Yeah. And Higgins has been okay.
Yeah.
For what he's had to go through with the backup years, the backup weeks.
but again, he's got less than 50 points. He's a 32nd ranked wide receiver, and he's only got 2 games in which he's got double-digit points.
Yeah.
But so that's tough.
Things are looking up for the Bengals passing game.
Yes, it's not over for him.
Yeah. But having his 1 and 2,
his running backs are carrying for sure.
He should have more wins than that based on that. That's pretty darn good picking.
All right. Lee, let me go. Did he pick Nico Collins first?
He did.
All right. Nico Collins is ranked 29th at wide receiver, and the Houston Texans in general have been a train wreck, so that is not helpful for Lee.
No.
Let me look on here. I like this. Did he go with Swift for his second round pick?
No.
No?
He didn't get Swift until the 5th round.
All right. So tell me who it was.
You remember he went 3 wide.
Oh, so was it Smith and Jigbe?
He actually picked London first.
London
in the second
first.
round.
All right. So
and London had that one big giant game.
Yeah.
That probably skewed the numbers.
London is the 23rd ranked wide receiver, but to your point, he has 2 double-digit games. He's got a 17-point game, and he's got a 21-point game. That's where most of them come from. Everything else has been 5 or under, so I would call that fairly disappointing for the second round, but he makes up for it with his third round pick, who is the number 1 wide receiver in football.
Yeah, he should have been drafted instead of Neighbors, Collins, a lot of guys.
Yeah.
But so that's a dandy 3rd round pick.
So on the flip side,
and when you pick 3 in a row, you hope one of them hits.
One of them hits
top 5.
Yeah. Well, so remember how I've been the criteria I've been looking at is how many double-digit point games somebody has.
Yeah.
Do you know what Smith says?
No. Well, I should because I have him on a team, but
6 out of 7.
Okay.
And his one where he didn't was week 4 where he had 9 points.
Yeah.
So every other time, double digit and super consistent. 22 is his high, 18, 15. So it's not like he's got one of these like 32 point like things that kind of like skews it. So great.
Guess how many he's going to get this week?
0. He's on bye. So
yeah, I'd say Lee did fine. You know, getting the number one at third round is, you know, through 7 weeks.
yes, but his first 2 picks hurt. They're mediocre. Now he could be winning in some other spots, like got value picks out of some other spots, but his first 2 rounds he missed.
He hasn't had to. He's been able to play his 7th round, that rookie, I can't say his name, Ibeka from Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Agbuka or whatever his name is. He's played him more than he's played, I think, the other than maybe or London, but
yeah.
So he ended up with 4 startable.
Yeah. Brennan, let's see here. Christian McCaffrey, first round.
Yep. And that was one of those where I know I wrestled with it because I had the 5th pick, and I was like, man, am I gonna feel like an idiot for not picking this guy?
what number pick did Brennan have?
He had 7.
7. So with because I was gonna take McCaffrey, but I had 8 and he had 7.
Yeah. But he had the injury risk. He had all this stuff, and it's like,
and it was only because McCaffrey was being hyped late. Like as we drafted, he was kind of like that. He was kind of like rising in people's things, and I felt like he was kind of dropping a little bit. And I was like, well, if I can get him at 8, I would take him. But Brennan took it right in front of me, and I'm not mad about my picks. We'll talk about those later. But he's got the number 2 running back in all of football.
Yeah.
And
we all knew that he's capable of that.
Yeah,
it's no surprise that he wasn't.
So he has no games in which he has single digits, and he just had a 32-point explosion.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's what you want.
His low week is 14.
So then we go to round 2, where he goes with AJ Brown. How's he doing? I know he had a big week this week, and that kind of skews things a little in his favor, but he was pretty dry the first several weeks, which probably helps explain Brennan starting in a hole.
Yeah, he's 22nd. His first 2 weeks were abysmal. Then he had a 16, then terrible week, and then 4, 8, and then 24. So all in all, he's only got 2 weeks in which you got starter numbers, and then everything else has been like a train wreck. So
there's definitely
I heard some rumors. Heard some rumors about him maybe getting traded to. Tell me some of the teams they've mentioned. Who was it? Was it the Steelers?
I don't really. I could see that they need somebody.
Yeah. So. But
and he could, moving forward, he could be fine. But at this point, not the greatest second round pick.
Yep. And then
third round is where he's really hurt in the third round. He probably, by looking at his team, would have trouble picking out who it was.
Mixon?
No. Zay Flowers. Has he even scored a point?
Zay Flowers has 47 points, and he's 35th ranked.
Okay, well, that's better than I thought.
Yeah.
They've just had a lot of troubles without
doing anything. It was all week 1. He had 21 points week 1.
Yeah.
And then everything else has been terrible.
Yeah. So that explains, I mean, Brennan's had a rough start to his season. McCaffrey's sort of his stride now. Brown had a good week. Got him 100,
Now we're on to Rennie, and Rennie makes it easy on us because his team name is...
Did you skip me? On purpose? Because I would be below Rennie.
Oh, I must... Yeah, you got skipped. I'm sorry. We can go back.
You did on purpose.
Dave.
So
here's where... First round pick, Dave took Drake May. Great job. No, just kidding.
Yeah. Exactly. I took Phillip Rivers, Darren Waller.
Let's see.
So Jahmyr Gibbs is worked out all right. I mean, I think, where's he at? He's probably top 5, right?
You took Gibbs. He's number 4. So
okay, I'm fine
114
with that.
Points. I consider that a win for you. And he's only been getting better, I feel like.
Yeah, and I had the 5th pick, and I got the 4th best running back. I'll take that for now.
But how many is he going to score this week? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And then with your second pick, you took.
This is where it gets a little dicey. I took Bucky Irvin, and when healthy, he was good, but he's missed some time, and I don't know when he's coming back. So
Why do I
I'd
gotta look
say,
in the IR for these guys, Dave?
yeah,
All
because
right. He's
that's.
the 30th ranked running back, and
But
he's
when he
got
would played, he
53
did pretty well.
points. Yeah, he's
He,
only played 4 weeks, and of that, he's got double-digit points in all of them. Because
yeah,
I'll give you week
yeah,
3, he's got 9.9. I'll give you
yeah,
double
yeah.
digits
I
for
think
all
I was
4
on
weeks.
track, and he should come back week 10. I don't, you know, I think they have a bye week 9, so he should
All
come
right.
back week 10. I'm hoping he does. So, but
And
yeah,
then number
that's
3.
still the jury's out. And then my third pick is where things, I still like him, Jaden Daniels, but
Oh,
I I would have normally taken a wide receiver, and it would have been Jackson Smith Enigma because I picked him
yeah.
in my other league and I liked
Well,
him.
but here's the thing with no, he's been fine. In the weeks he plays, he's been fine.
Yeah, but I I I don't think he's been worthy of a third round.
Yeah. All right.
And
So
you bet
let's
if you pick a quarterback that early, you better be right. And I wasn't.
yeah. So just so everybody's tracking because I messed up there. It's Adam, Brian, Junior, then Dave, then Lee and Brennan. And now we get to the teams with winning records. 4 and
Yeah.
3. Rennie and his number 1 draft pick is his team name, the
Yeah.
Jeffersons.
Yes. So where is Jefferson at right now?
He is
Ranked?
20th.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
and he still has, he still is who he is, but you don't want
He
your
is
number 1 pick to be
he's missed
20th.
1 week because of bye, and
Yeah.
he has 3 10 or 12 point games and then an 8, 7, and 7. So no big outbursts, and really I just call him mediocre. And so with
Yeah.
the first pick, there were better wide receivers obviously to pick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jackson, Smith, and Jugbe would be one that I would say he wishes he had on his team.
Yeah, any
So
of them. And then the second, it gets worse.
yeah.
His second pick was Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill. Where is? Did he drop him?
He's hurt, so we don't even know when he's coming back. So I don't know if he's dropped or not, but
He's not
I'd
on
say
his.
he's
Not on
not
his team.
he hasn't been relevant enough to talk about.
Yeah, he's
So
gone.
yeah, that and then his third round is my favorite name in all of football right now, Lad McConkey, who's done all right.
Yeah,
They
so
just
Ladd
have too many mouths to
McConkey,
feed, and
but again, he's the 31st. He's got 50
yeah,
points.
because they got Keenan Allen, they got Quentin, it's got too many guys. I mean, he's a great possession guy. If we did a point per reception, I bet he'd be way up there because he
Yeah.
gets a lot of the short little passes. But yeah, that hasn't been a home run. So I'd say all in all, his first 3 probably are a big factor in why he has very little total points, but he's got wins.
He's got wins. Here's the thing. Rennie has overcome it. So
Yeah.
Rennie wishes he had a draft like Junior and then kept the same schedule because then he would be doing great.
Yeah, no doubt. So yeah,
That brings us to Ratty, who's also 4 and 3, and let's see here, Jamar Chase, number 1,
yeah,
and he's the number 4. So he survived really having like some
yeah
like
to
so
be
he's
number
doing
4. I still pick him, and especially with, I mean, it sure looks like Flacco's going to be able to get him the ball, and he could even go higher. So yeah, no fault there with his number
Yep.
1 pick.
Did
Second
he go
round,
wide receiver then running back?
Yeah.
Achane?
Achane, who
Yep.
surprisingly he's done pretty well, even though Miami's been
He's got
train wreck.
He's got 104 points. He's number 7 ranked running back.
Yeah.
So
So
for
he's
as many
fine
running
there.
backs that went in the first round, and then like wherever, what number did Josh pick?
He was
Number 1.
first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So then he didn't
like,
get Achane until 20 something pick, like
yeah,
all the way at the end.
I would say that he is Josh has hit on his first 2 picks. That's my declaration right now. All right.
Oh
So
yeah.
give me his third pick.
I don't know if he's on his team anymore or unless he's on IR. That San Diego guy, Omarion Hampton.
He is on
Rookie,
his
was supposed
IR.
to be okay.
Yep. He's got 57. Here's the funny thing. He's got 57 points, and he's a 26th ranked running back. So he's actually doing better than some of the people below him that we've talked about their first 3 picks.
Yeah. So, and he still has potential. He could come back, but I'd say because of injury, obviously he has not panned out.
He's another month away from being back. November 30th is the time. So I'd say all in all, Josh is doing good.
Oh,
he is
2 out of 3.
No,
that's better than a lot of the ones we'd mentioned.
He's only 20 points away from averaging 100 points a game. Josh, he's got a winning record. Josh is doing good. That brings us to the Smithereens.
Yeah.
So
and you were well on your way to having this be a dandy pick.
Yeah.
Like Nacua was money. I mean, he was possession, getting lots of yardage. He'd sneak some touchdowns in there. I'm like, you look like he was golden, like a golden pick.
But here's the thing. I mean, I had the 8th pick. He's still the number 6 ranked wide receiver.
Yeah.
And he's missed the last 2 weeks.
He didn't. Yeah. So I'd say that's, you're doing fine. It's just kind of unfortunate because then, boy, your first 2 would really look good if he was healthy, because St. Brown's been dynamo as well.
Yeah, so we got the sad thing for me is that, like, as I'm scrolling down to look for my picks, they're all on my bench. So that's not great. So St. Brown was
week.
Yeah, so St. Brown is on bye. He's the number 2 ranked wide receiver, so he's a win.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah.
That's,
oh yeah.
And I would say, they've kind of gone back and forth.
To getting your first 2 like that, your third one you could have picked, a guy that doesn't even play football anymore. I'd still say your first 3 rounds were pretty good.
So what's your thought, like, as we look at these? So, like, the top ranked wide receivers don't have close to the amount of points as the top ranked running backs. What do you think about that?
Oh.
Like, if you think about
is it a significant?
Yeah, if you look at, like, McCaffrey, and you look, like, they're well into the hundreds, 120, you know what I mean, total points. And so like, St. Brown is the number 2 ranked, and he's only got 96 points. He's averaging 13. And I bet when we get to
that would alter drafting, and I don't think that's been the norm. I think the last few years receivers have been getting way more because running backs have been getting hurt, and then committees and all that. But this year, there's been some guys bucking that trend and getting a lot of points.
Yeah. And then
so your third pick?
My third pick, I had to drop, right? He got IR'd, and it's a running back. Is that right? Or no? Who did I pick
still
third?
Had him. Chuba Hubbard.
Okay. Chuba has him.
So Chuba he started off all right?
Yeah.
Did he start off okay?
Chuba is 32nd. He's got 48 points, and he had 14, 13, and then 7 and 6. So he was kind of trending down before he got hurt. He missed 2 weeks.
Unfortunately, the guy that filled in for him was a dynamo, and it might be that, splitting the rest of the season.
Yeah, so you'll have to remind me, who's the not Jones Senior, but who did I lose that's out for the season? Who did I draft? Look at my paper. I would have drafted him 5th.
Oh, James Conner.
James Conner, gone for the year.
Yeah.
So
that should have been a good pick at 5.
Yeah,
he was supposed to do better than
well, and he did well, I think, like until he got hurt. So
kind of like your 4th round pick. Remember who that was?
I do remember who that is. So I was going to say I couldn't remember. I was thinking I lost my 3rd and 4th round pick, so I lost my 4th and 5th round pick. So as good as my team has been,
you lost 4th and 5th, and you lost your 3rd for a couple weeks, and he might not get his job back.
Yes. Yeah. And so, but also I picked, I picked Rice and I picked Addison, and both of those guys missed a considerable amount of football, but now are poised to
they should be
I think do well. So I'm going to be a all wide receiver team, and that's just going to be the way
Fair
it
enough.
is. Yep.
Speaking of leagues where you could play 4 wide receivers.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Yeah. What just happened? What am I looking at? I'm sorry. It messed up. It took me out of where I was. All right. So now we're on to
Travis.
Flex. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So this will be fun because with the number 1 pick, let me just look here real quick. Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, and I don't think he's had a down year.
He's 18.
I don't know where he's at. 18. Yeah, that's.
Yep.
And he picked him the third pick.
So
he could have picked Gibbs. He could have picked McCaffrey.
Yeah. Here's a problem with Barkley. He's got 4 weeks that were good. 14, 15, 13, 14, like those weeks. But then he's got 3 weeks that are 5, 6, and 4. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, but here's the thing we were talking about, like with score discrepancy. Yeah. My number 2, St. Brown, ranked wide receiver, has 90 points, right? 90 something points. He's the number 18th ranked running back. He's got 74 points.
Yeah.
So running backs are just picking up more points than a lot of running back touchdowns, I think, if I had to guess. That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
So he's got Barkley, and then
where's Kyren Williams sitting? Probably ahead of Barkley.
Kyren was a 2nd round pick, and he's number 10th for running back.
That's
he's got
fair.
89 points. Not bad.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people probably had him on their radar and would have liked to pick him.
Oh yeah.
I've had him. I think you had him last year.
Yeah. You had him the year before.
Yeah. So I had him 2 years ago when he was a breakout. You had him last year. I mean, he's
fine.
He's a great serviceable running back. So
2nd round, 10th ranked. It's just Barkley's the one that's dragging him down of those 2. And then 3rd round, I think Josh Allen's probably up there. He's had his bye, so he's probably not in first anymore, but he's probably top 5.
He's the 10th ranked quarterback.
Oh, wow. He's dropped then. Okay.
Yeah. So
he's had a couple down weeks then.
He's only had 1 down week. So, and he had a bye.
Yeah. So that'll do it.
Yeah.
I still he's got more points for him for flex than what Jaden Daniels has gotten for me.
Started the season with the 42, then he had 11, and then 28, 29, 24, 21, and a bye. So I would say the hard thing to say is he took him with the 3rd round pick. There's other guys he could have waited and got, way later or not even drafted and would have been able to do that. But having the consistency of a Josh Allen.
There's definitely some security there, knowing that you don't have to think about quarterback.
Yeah. All right. The number 2 ranked team in our league is Ed. Is that true?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So let's see here. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Brian took Jonathan Taylor as Ed's 1st round pick.
So Brian actually said the name Genty first.
Okay.
So technically Genty is the 1st round and Jonathan's the 2nd round, but he was the 12th. He picked 12.
12, 13. Yeah.
I would say at this point, Taylor's the one, but Genty hasn't been horrible, right? He's had a few good games lately.
He's the 13th ranked running back. He's got 81 points. He has 4 games in which he scored 10 or more. One of them was a 31 spot, but the other 3 were just right at 10. And he's had 3 weeks that have been kind of bad. So he's good. The Raiders aren't good, so I think that kind of hurts him. But it makes up for it when you have the number 1 running back in all of football with the number 2 pick, which has scored 156 points. And okay, all of which week 1 he scored 9.8, and then he has a week 4 9.6, and everything else has just been utter domination. Yeah. He's got 130. He's got 130-point game, and everything else is in the 20s. Yeah. So 156 points, number one running back with your 13th pick. Not too bad.
Yeah. Then his third round, Mike Evans, he's been hit or miss. Now he's
He
got a
just
broken
dislocated his shoulder
clavicle.
or broken
Yeah.
collarbone, right?
Clavicle or something, whatever.
Yeah,
But yeah, so I don't think he's done. He's probably had a couple decent games.
No.
And that's
You're thinking wrong. Yeah, he's
really?
84th. He's only
wow.
He's only played in 3 games if you don't count the broken collarbone game because he never caught a pass.
Okay.
He's got a 5-point game, a 5.6-point game, and a 9.3. So no, he's not been good.
So like that team up, because he picked Baker for him in the 6th round, and that was supposed to be like, Baker's been fine, but he's been throwing at everybody else.
Yeah. Baker's number 7 quarterback, so he's he's been great for him. But yeah, Mike Evans
Ed's used what he had and put people in the right place. He had a great pickup that we talked about several weeks ago of that Quentin Johnson that was not drafted by anybody, and he was fortunate that my running back got hurt and he drafted Rachaad White, and he's been startable.
And I know we're not talking about these other positions like where you pick people, but Keenan Allen is the number 9 ranked wide receiver, and Quentin Johnson is the number 8 ranked wide receiver. So he's doing pretty good.
And he got Allen in the 11th round and got the other one on free agency.
Yeah.
So
doing pretty good. And then that brings us to number 1 team in our league, Andy Wilhelm, reigning Hillbilly Harrison champion. First round pick. Let me look here. Alvin Kamara? No.
CeeDee Lamb.
Okay. Yeah. I was looking at them.
And he had the 9th pick, so he picked. Lamb's been hurt. He hasn't been. He's missed a few games.
And he's only played in 3 games where he caught passes or was even targeted, because he played the 3rd game, but he got hurt right away in it. So 11, 11, and 17.
So I'd say that has not worked out.
Nope.
It could moving forward, but up till now it has not.
Yeah.
And then his 2nd round he went running back, and this one was, I'd say, a win. Josh Jacobs, he's probably up there.
Josh Jacobs is the number 6.
Yeah, I'd say 2nd round you got the number 6 running back. You're doing pretty well. And then 3rd is where it gets a little dicey.
He's 6 and he's already had his bye.
Yeah. So he's doing pretty good. And then he went Lamar Jackson, and he's been hurt.
Yeah.
But when he played, most of his games were probably decent.
33, 34, 32, and then 13 against Kansas City where he got hurt, I believe.
Yeah. So I think he was well on his way to have that be a worthy of a 3rd round quarterback.
Yeah. Breaks my heart that he got hurt.
Yeah, I bet it does. Makes Baltimore. So so I'd say some people did pretty well at the draft, the first 3 rounds. Others, on paper it seemed like it was a good one, but maybe some injuries. Some just ended up not being good because of team, dynamics.
But it's a combination of 2 things: drafting well and who you play. You know what I mean? Because Junior is proof that Junior had a pretty good draft, especially first 3 rounds, decent, and he's got a lot of points to show for it. He doesn't have a lot of wins. So, and
when
then
we actually toyed with doing this, I think it was week 3, and I'm glad we didn't, because 7 weeks is a little better sample size to go on than how'd you do on your first couple picks 3 weeks in. It's at that point people hadn't gotten hurt and you hadn't had track records of good or bad. So pretty good. So let's so we got some matchups this week we can burn through here.
Yep. So your picks for this week's matchups.
Oh yeah. Who did I pick?
Just remember yours: Lee, Andy, Josh, Rennie Brennan Jr. as we kind of get into the matchups, and I'll bring them up and we can kind of go through them. So we've got.
I think, oddly, I feel like there's probably two candidates for game of the week. Obviously, you and Andy, because 6-1 and 5-2, but 5-2 Ed, 2-5 Junior is like.
Well, so that's the one I was going to start.
105.
So that's the one we're going to start with.
Okay.
I have Ed picked to win. Who do you have picked to win? You have Junior.
I have Junior.
Yeah. All right. So and it's a 106 to 105 prediction by ESPN. So it's
So this is.
But
I don't think you could fault either one of us for choosing. I went with a whole different strategy this week. I don't know if you can figure out what it is. I'm not even sure if I want to tell you, but I went with a different strategy, and we'll see how that plays out.
Did you go with whatever ESPN said? You went opposite?
No, had nothing to do with ESPN.
All right. That'd be a good betting strategy.
Yeah.
So, all right, we got Heim Time versus the Sundance Kid, 3-4 versus 1-6. Brennan's got 2 wins in a row. I went Brennan and you went Brennan. So it just feels like Brian is on a downward spiral and Brennan has put up, good weeks back to back. Although it's early. We got bye weeks. Who knows what lineups are going to look like. Brian is projected to score 105 points.
Yeah. Even though he's 1-6, it's like he just keeps throwing these teams out there that should win, and then they don't.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens there. But big important win. Brennan needs the win, and Brian, if he wants to stay alive at all, desperately needs to win. You versus Lee. I picked. You picked Lee?
I did. I told you I have a strategy.
All right. Well, I picked Lee as well because I figured you'd pick yourself, and I wanted a chance to pick up a point on you. But I think this one will be close. So that's just my prediction.
I mean, he got 2 spots to fill, so he'll pass me up on projections. I feel like some of mine are low, but I don't have a second running back, and there's nobody really available that's a lockdown. And even if there was, I have the 8th waiver spot, so I'm not going to get them. So
but don't you got to feel at least somewhat good going up against him without the number 1 wide receiver in football?
Yeah, I picked a good week to play, to not have. I think he's missing a couple things, right? He's missing a defense and a wide receiver, and I don't know if Collins is going to play.
Well, so sometimes you talk about like, oh, what's the game of the week, and we're looking at like teams that are doing well, or like, what about the game of the week being Travis versus Rennie, the get right week? I mean, 2 teams that are coming off back-to-back losses. Both teams need wins, and so what do you think about that being a game of the week, a matchup of the week?
Yeah, I mean
Rennie versus Travis.
Yeah, because. What trend is it going to be? The 2 weeks in a row? Is that the real Travis, or is it the first 5 weeks is the real Travis? And is Rennie just going to squeak by with these, low scoring wins all season, here and there just to stay afloat?
Don't you think that Rennie is catching Travis with 2 losses and on a week where he's got 4 guys on bye?
Yeah, you couldn't have scripted it better.
Yeah. Now, Rennie's got his own issues to deal with. He's got guys on bye as well. But, man,
he's only scored 100 once.
Well, and one of these teams is going to lose 3 in a row. Like, that's tough to do.
Yeah.
Speaking of losing a lot in a row, Ratty versus – oh, wait. Who did we pick? I stupidly picked Travis. And you picked Rennie.
I did? Okay.
Yeah. All right. So the Red Kingdom versus Ratty. And both these guys got a lot of work to do to fill out lineups. And I mean, Josh has somehow won 2 in a row, so that's in his favor. And Adam has not. He's lost 6 in a row. And if he loses this week, it's all but over for him. We both picked Josh.
We did.
All right. And then we've got 6-1 Andy, first place, versus the team of Smoke and Mirrors. Somehow the Smithereens have 5 wins and no running backs. So I picked myself and you picked Andy. Whatever your strategy is, it's obviously smart because you know what you're doing.
So, well, this oddly you say that because this was the only match that my strategy had no bearing on.
Okay, you just were not going to pick me to win.
Well, yeah, I mean, I might as well. Like, basically, I went with the opposite of what would help me.
Okay.
So, like,
are you talking about in the standings?
Yeah, in the standings. So, like, I went with, if it would help me for, like, say, for Josh to win because I'm trying to catch up to him, then I'll pick him because I've been doing bad at this.
Yeah.
And so the only one that didn't matter is that you and Andy have so many wins that it doesn't. I mean, you guys aren't affecting me.
So it's funny. I used a similar strategy, but only for one of the matchups. So Ed's matchup, I went with picking Ed to win because if he wins, then I get a point for that. But if he loses, then I get a chance to catch him in the standings. So it's like a win-win for me. If he wins, I win. And if he loses, I win.
For the opposite, because if he wins, I get the win. But if he loses, then he stays with me.
Yeah. Did you see?
So we'll see how it works out.
Did you see my petition?
It hasn't been working out for me picking who I actually think will win. So I went with this.
All right. Did you see my petition to get more Kansas City Chiefs on my team for this week?
Yeah, I don't have any, or else I'd trade you one.
Like, I just wonder, it's like, is there kicker available? Like, do they have a tight?
Somebody's got Butker.
Okay, do they have a tight end that's not named Kelsey?
Besides
maybe
Kelsey?
Maybe somebody wants to give away. What about, you think Brian would want to give me Mahomes?
He might. You know, in another week he might.
Yeah.
Out of desperation.
If I could start Mahomes, Pacheco, Rice, Hollywood Brown, Travis Kelce, that would be better than the lineup I'm going to run out there this week because of injuries and buys. So this probably will not be my lineup like what I have right now, but I'll just tell Andy right now, this is a disaster. So, let's say that Nacua never got hurt and then like St. Brown and Nacua were like 2-3 in the wide receiver. Neither one of them are playing this week.
Yeah, it's true.
That's like, it's not good. Not good for me. Yeah. So, but I picked myself because I'm dumb, and you picked Andy because you were like, why wouldn't you? So.
Yeah, this one, I guess if I do have a chance of catching you if things go bad for you, but I got other people to worry about before I'd ever get to you. And so it didn't really matter. And I figured you'd pick yourself. So
yeah, well, all right. Well, that's our matchups for the week. We're deep into the season. Can you believe that? How far? Side question, Dave. We're pretty deep into the podcast. We're an hour in. Some people won't even make it this far. Do you think that I feel bad about Rennie losing that bet last night?
The +3. No, I think you didn't lose any sleep.
No, I was actually.
You might even have smiled a bit.
Yeah, if you're gonna pick against the Warriors, then I'm gonna, Yeah, and I hope that it's a lesson for him never to do that again. I mean, the Lakers looked so bad last night. I mean, Luka looked great. If you want to bet the Luka over every week, that's fine. But
Yeah.
like they look so bad, I don't think Rennie will be betting the Lakers anytime soon.
That's how I picked him to on DraftKings to get the most points, rebounds, assists out of everybody,
Yeah.
out of both games, and he did. And so me and probably a billion other people share this pot, and I got
Yeah.
a $37 free bet to use, and I
Oh,
don't want to blow it. I want to win something. So Rennie, if you're out there, if you have, at least a plus 100, because I'd like to at least, double it,
yeah.
And what's the gonna have to do it in the next 4 or 5 days,
Well,
7 days or whatever.
here you
So
want a sure bet?
what's that?
Warriors play Nuggets tomorrow night. They won their first game. I'm going to go Nuggets hard tomorrow because I think that, like, one, it's early. The Nuggets, I don't think, have played. The Warriors have already played. They played so well week one or game one. Like, Nuggets are probably favored in that game if I had to guess, but I don't know.
Is that tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow night. And then the Warriors play the Trailblazers, I think, on Friday. So a back-to-back, like, I don't know.
It says Golden State or Denver money line is plus 115. So Golden State must be favored.
Wow. Is it at Golden State?
It's at Golden State.
That's probably why. It's probably a pretty even game, and then they just
So
get the.
so you're saying Denver plus 115, that'd be 37. That'd be getting $70 or so.
Yeah, I would bet that. I love the
see.
Warriors, but I just don't feel good about them playing Denver. Yeah. And Denver got Cam Johnson added to their team, and I don't know. I mean, this is win-win for me. Like, if the Warriors win, I'm happy, and if I told you that Denver is going to cover, then I'm happy because I was right. But
I probably won't put it on that because I don't like putting it on. I don't know. We'll see what I do.
You know what?
I would be more tempted to do. I would be more tempted to do what Rennie hates.
Parlay.
I would do what Rennie hates and say I'll pick 3 teams that I think for sure are going to win, and by putting them all 3 together, it'll get to plus 100, and I would go with that. And Rennie's sitting there crying right now, saying you're an idiot. Yeah, that's probably what I'll do.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us for this week's episode of How to Lose Money Betting, and we will see you again next week. All right, everybody, good luck. It's been a long time. Junior's going to this is going to be like 3 trips to school for Junior to watch this episode. Yeah. So, but I hope you enjoyed the draft recap. That was fun. Thanks for putting that together, Dave.
Sounds good. We'll see you next week.
Yep. See ya.